Oh, we're camming?
We're camming. They finally started working. Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Anyway, welcome back. I was having a lot of issues with the cameras. Thank you for being patient. Welcome back, everybody. It's been feels like forever. 3 weeks, I think. Since we
Longer
last
for
played.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while for Nick.
Nick the llama almost died last session.
For really funny reasons.
For very funny reasons, and it was worth it.
Well, Void, I think, literally killed a guy.
No, because they brought
He
him
was
back to
alive.
life.
I non-lethal slapped him.
That
I
means he
just
still
slapped him
killed him.
very
He's also
hard.
brought him back to life.
Did he actually receive any healing, or did they just give him more alcohol?
This gave more alcohol.
That guy's definitely dead.
Probably. We don't know. We never checked it back in on him.
I don't think that's medication.
That's good enough.
It wasn't like
He
a
needs
D for
some milk.
healing alcoholic brew. It was like, no, here's some
somebody.
really strong alcohol.
He
You'll
needs
be
some
fine.
milk.
It's like, he's dead.
You want to do me a favor, Cody? You want to go focus my camera over there? I forgot to do that.
No, that's the thing. I was on vacation, worked at a camp, and I come back and it's
right
like...
there. Just press the button. Half press it. There you go.
Gently.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just kind of give it a light tap.
I didn't
Just
know if it
start
was-
zooming
I
the
didn't know if it was a manual focus or auto.
That's
Okay.
auto. So, well, welcome back, everybody,
Welcome back.
to episode. I didn't change the number. Episode 30. We're on 30, not 29. Stupid. I changed the title of the episode, but not the name of the episode. Or I changed the name of the episode, but it's not the number.
What is the name of the episode?
You'll find out later.
Sounds about right.
Really?
Really quick, did you guys hear about Elon Musk basically just turning off Twitter?
What?
No.
Yeah, so yesterday he put a limit. You are only allowed to see 600 tweets
If you're
a day
unverified.
if you're unverified.
You know what? That's not that bad.
That makes sense.
No, that
That's
is
okay.
that's
pretty good.
not a
That's
lot
like
of
2
tweets,
minutes.
though. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
legitimately
that's
if
enough.
somebody
That
messages
is enough Twitter.
at a regular viewing pace. That's about 10 minutes a day that you get to
I have
look
a
at it.
friend
That is more than enough.
I have a
That's-
friend that
sure.
thinks he's destroying it on purpose because it was just too much of a place that
Maybe,
people congregate.
but you do not take your thing that makes money
Yeah.
by having people use it longer and say use
don't
this
get it
shorter.
longer.
Like that's like imagine somebody buys the most really big television network and says, actually, you're allowed to watch one episode of a show a day on our television network. After that, your TV turns
cut
off. Yeah. And then he's like, oh wait. Are those all of the people that run commercials on our site calling me? Must be to tell me how good I am at my job.
I think it was William
Just
Randolph
ridiculous.
Hearst owned a TV company, and in Las Vegas he would fall asleep watching a show. He would call up the network and tell them to rewind.
That's
Show.
funny. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I just that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard a business person
You have
ever
not
made.
worked enough with middle management.
I don't know, man. That's the problem. Middle management, they are supposed to be stupid.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
But when you
Upper
own the
management,
company, you should
that's the
probably
problem.
have some idea of how
What
to
you're
not
doing.
completely turn it off.
It's fair. All right. So, who wants to do the recap? What happened last time?
Devo
Anthony
came back.
got this.
No, I
Devo came back.
We had a
Are you
big
starting at
party.
the end and working your way forward, or starting at the forward?
I mean, really, all that matters. Devo came back. No, I'm kidding.
We celebrated Wayland.
No more. Yeah, we celebrated Waylon's life. We got to know Greg a little bit. We had a big party. Void slapped someone nearly to death.
We were pretty sure he died.
Lots of people became llamas for a minute there. Greg found that hilarious.
Two people did.
That's a lot. That's a lot more people that become llamas than normal.
True, that's true. 200% more.
Infinite percent more if it was 0 before.
True.
If it was hippos, that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those.
That happens all the time.
We're used to that.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
The rich guy showed up with a servant. I remember that.
Yep. I think his name's Reginald.
Yes, Reginald.
Reginald
and
and Bill came with Japan.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah.
Reginald, who did Reginald beat in a fight?
I don't remember.
I think it was
Japan.
Japan. He beat Japan
He slapped
in a
him
fight.
to death, if I remember right.
Not to
Nearly
death.
to death.
Japan had 10 HP left or something. Yeah. They just kept going until
Nick won rat slap.
Nick did win Rat Slap, yes. Because his constitution is outrageously high.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's about all that happened, right?
Pretty much.
I think so. Yep. So, you guys settled down. I assumed you went back to the Church of Helm to sleep.
Or sleep it off or party in the morning, whatever. Depending on how long we're going
Party
here.
till the morning.
I mean, Devo just showed up, so I'm assuming the party's just now getting started. Yeah.
So it is late into the evening, or it's probably early morning at this point. You guys have probably finished your party, settled down for the evening, slept in until probably noon or 1 from all the alcohol.
Yep.
And then you guys wake up the next morning.
Good morning.
You wake up with probably some hangover, not a lot, depending on your constitution.
not Devo.
No, not at all.
How many
He
people...
gets healed.
I want to hear the report on how many people died at our Rager.
1.
One? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just the guy.
Just the one guy.
Uh-oh.
But Diva doesn't know about it, so it's fine.
Okay.
Alright, long rest.
Yes.
I think everybody's exhaustion is gone, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody still has it. I don't think they do.
How's what? Sorry.
Exhaustion.
No, I don't think so. I was answering a text. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Did we
No, I-
ever get paid?
Good question.
You've not yet.
Okay.
I have not reported.
And did
anything.
the... I just remembered a whole bunch of stuff I ordered. Paid for, I think, aside from the one.
Okay.
I did order the, oh, what's that called? The amulet box from the father. He was trying to find one for me for, spell component.
For what?
Oh. Yeah, that's the problem. I can't remember the spell.
I don't either.
It's the 8th level defensive spell.
Holy Aura?
Something like that.
I think it's Holy Aura. I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, but talked to the father about getting me a list on that, and then we also ordered a couple of magic bowls for Heroes Feast.
Yeah, that was a while back because I have
Yeah.
those on my list still.
Holy Aura, yes.
I don't know about when did you ask about the gem for Holy Aura?
It was a while ago. It's a tiny
Yeah, I see
reliquary
it.
worth at least 1,000 gold, containing a sacred relic. Because I also asked about the the magic necklace, Amulet of the Devout +2. He said, yeah, but that'll be a whole event to get that. But the reliquary was like, yeah, would have to talk to higher ups or something about that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how I want to roll that though too, because you don't even have the spell yet.
No, but that way I have it when I get.
I know,
spell.
that's what I'm saying is, lore-wise, your character wouldn't know anything about the spell.
Really?
I don't think so. You don't have a higher-up cleric that tells you about this magic. Do you? I mean, I don't think there's another cleric this high level.
Well, I mean, there's history, though. Right? There's like, oh yeah, this guy had this thing for this purpose. Like, people hold on to back guano just in case they get the fireball spell, you know?
That's a funny reason that they hold on to back one, but sure. Yeah, okay, I guess it's fair. I didn't think about that. Okay.
No, if I was like the first cleric in history, it's like, oh yeah.
You are.
What?
You don't get it because of that.
I'm the first cleric. Sounds like it.
No. But yeah, okay, so you have the 2 sensors for Heroes Feast.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find out what I have real quick. Hang on. So those 2 are gone. And then, from what I remember, you didn't pay for the reliquary yet?
No, because he was gonna have to find it.
Yeah. Okay. So you can go and he will have it by this point probably then.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll pay for that.
Okay. So, anything
Yeah,
else?
those are my 2 things.
Anybody else want
that need
looking
to
for
get
anything
done.
specific before we get
I looked
started?
at my notes and I don't think I've asked for anything as far as I'm
Okay.
aware.
I don't have much else written down, so
Because I think I have the best armor I can possibly wear right
Yeah,
now.
you do.
So
okay. All right.
I'm good to go, I think.
Okay. So, you guys hang out for the day. Walking around town, just kind of chilling,
Sure.
walking the hangovers you guys have off, having some fun, remembering Wayland. And the next thing that's probably going to happen is Lindor will get a message. He is not here, so I can't really give him anything, but he's essentially going to get a letter from Iriabor that will have some information on it. So I'll read it to you guys because we'll pretend that he's here, but he's not actually here.
And he's the one reading it to us.
Yeah. So it's gonna be pretty short. It's just gonna say, Lindor, I believe I have found some more information on the trader. Please return at once. Leon.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Looks like we're gonna go snuff out some traders.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Jump on, you want to do that for us?
Oh, teleport us?
Yeah.
Well, how much longer do we need to wait here? I forget what we were
I
waiting
thought it
for.
was weeks.
Yeah,
Because we had to tell them about, hey, we succeeded, but we also, like, killed a lich. That was a red mage. Like, that was a whole
So
thing.
do we have time
That
for
was-
this? That's my only
Yeah,
question.
the council meeting doesn't start for another week or two.
Okay, so
So
as
I
long as
think
it
we
doesn't
can-
take that long, and if
Yeah,
we
we
can
can always
teleport
teleport
there,
back.
drop on.
Sorry, I just kind of got back.
There you go.
Sorry. Are we teleporting somewhere? You said.
Yeah.
We
So
would
you
love
gotta,
to.
you
I heard
gotta,
Lindor.
what?
I heard Lindor was saying that he was saying something.
Yeah, so Lindor was reading you guys a letter that he received that says, I believe I found some more information on the trader. Please return at once.
Okay.
So, back to Iriabor.
So where are we teleporting? Iriabor. Okay.
So, I believe you have the circle for that already.
Yes,
Okay?
I believe that's the case. Yep, I do.
Okay.
Circle.
So, you probably head just out of town to start drawing this on the ground. You finish your circle, and it begins to glow. Do you guys walk?
Let's all step in.
Of course I'm
Yeah,
in the circle.
yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
The circle explodes. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoops. All right,
You're all
guys.
dead. New characters.
Sorry, I'm dead.
It's about time. It's been taking a while.
It has. Okay, so you guys find yourself in a familiar place, a tower in Iriabor. You'll see several mages kind of working in the area, and one of them's gonna walk up to you.
Okay.
Jomar rings saying that we're knights and exempt from taxes.
Of course,
Yep.
that's the first thing we
Yep.
do. So yeah, I show up, I guess, in the middle of town.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be really nice if Lindor was here to help us smooth things, smooth our path forward. You know.
I
Since
mean,
he's,
we
you
just
know,
gotta
royalty.
go to the castle,
right?
here. But
Okay,
yeah.
so he's here. So he'll probably go up and be like, "Wait,
you guys know where to go.
do people know that?" Okay, we'll go that way.
Remember, we broke in here. We kind of tried to kill the monarch, but luckily we just
Got knighted instead.
exorcised the demons.
It wasn't a
Sure.
demon, but sure.
Exorcised the demons.
So, but you remember that Leon is taking refuge in the castle as one of the workers. So you head to meet up with him. So, yeah. So he will meet up with you guys and say, "Oh, good. I'm glad you came. I didn't think you'd get here this fast, but great. We were doing some scouting around, and we saw an unknown messenger bird leaving the city. The guard shot it down and caught it, and we found a letter attached to it, but we couldn't figure out what it says.
Hey, what was the bird's name?
The bird's dead.
I know. I'm just.
I know you are.
It didn't have a name tag or anything.
No.
Aw, poor guy.
It was an undisclosed
I
bird.
bet he did have a name.
What species was it?
It was a pigeon.
Was it pigeon?
It's a pigeon.
Oh.
So we must
can
be close because pigeons' flights are pretty.
Can you see the letter? Do you have the mail?
You do? Yes. Yeah. Here you go.
Is that a federal offense in this?
I actually had to
Federal
go
laws,
back to my old house because I accidentally had mail delivered there, and I was like, it was so awkward knocking on their door,
can't
being like,
find it.
I know your mailbox is open with my package sticking out of it, but this is like a felony if
So hang on. Don't look at those
please
just
let
yet, 'cause I
me
gotta
get my
get
package.
to Job onto. Oh, dang it! I can't.
Just send them.
Yeah, message him on Discord.
I can't because I'm not logged in over here.
Oh.
And my phone is up there for the authentication.
Okay, I'll take a picture and send it
Very
to him.
interesting.
Yes.
So I could just do OCR and then text
Also-
it to him.
What's up?
The client that you usually have up, Jonathan, isn't playing right now, so
What?
I can't see the screen.
Oh, the map?
That's okay. We're not used to
Yeah, we're not using the map right now.
Okay.
We have a.
So what I
the letter.
can do is this. See how this works. I don't know how it's gonna work. Oh wait. Let's see
But it's
this-
not a big deal if we're not using it. I'm just letting.
Oh yeah, I can't use that anymore.
Oh.
I'll tell you why though. So I can't give without giving too much crazy detail. I think.
Oh, I sent it
this
in the
will work.
Discord.
It's gonna flip around.
Cut it off and put it sideways.
So my AT&T is kind of screwy, and it locks me behind a double NAT. So a DDNS server doesn't work anymore. So I can't externally give out that website anymore. It doesn't work.
Okay.
So I have shared in Discord the video though. So hopefully you can kind of just see a little bit.
Okay.
And then yeah, you guys see this message. Did you get the message, Chris?
I do. It looks like gibberish.
Yes. So I would
Did
ask
we
that you
read
don't
it?
use phones for this
Okay.
because you just did that, didn't you?
I was starting to.
No, I
The whole point is that you
copying it.
don't have phones available to you to figure out what this says.
All right. Well, it's
Just
a
cut the broadcast.
It's a
and we'll
shift.
Pick up in 2
It's
hours.
a shift cipher.
What
We have
on
a-
earth is a shift cipher?
We have a 1-letter word and it's R and it's used twice. So that's either A or I. So we need to count the distance between R and A and R and I and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so the R, there's an RH. What would that be?
It could. We need to count the
There's an
distance
RH.
between R and A and R and I and go from there. Does anyone have a piece? You have a big piece of paper and a notebook.
I can go get you one. I don't
Yes,
know if I want
please.
this close.
This is gonna require some writing.
So I got that here.
I got a little notebook.
So write out the alphabet, but then start it with R, and then I'll put R in place of I, and we'll go from
I
there.
need to find you a pencil though.
Yes, please.
Pencil.
You got a pen.
Thanks.
I'll go find something else to write with.
I got another pen.
Oh, you got one?
Actually, can I get my pen back and you get this one?
Yeah.
We're so prepared. We all have pens and papers and tablets.
Here's 3 pens if anybody needs them.
I think we're good.
Either way. So. Yes.
Okay.
You look like a psychopath just having the alphabet written.
Exactly. I don't know, I feel like this would be a fun puzzle to do because we haven't done any actual physical puzzles.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's an I.
It looks like it's not I.
No.
Okay.
Because if you go back that far, even if you go back around, then the second letter would be Y, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's try the other way around.
There's also a Z at the second or the third line.
True.
Yeah, it's probably not just a shift cipher then.
Maybe.
But we should start with that, obviously.
I didn't make this too complex, but
Most of the time, a shift cipher is enough to confuse 98% of
That's
the
true, but also
people.
it's John, so I feel like there's probably a shift cipher plus something.
I
or
didn't.
something like
It's
that.
one level of cipher. It
Oh,
is not
okay.
2 levels, because that would be crazy. And the amount of
That
time.
we would
I
need
don't want this to take
computers for.
an hour long. I want this to take like 5 or 10 minutes of
Shift
time.
ciphers are fun. They're like a good level, and it might not be a shift cipher, but I'm just assuming based off the fact that these words are still of similar length to English words,
Yeah.
and they look like gibberish. A shift cipher is the first thing you try there.
I'm not seeing any repeated words though. The only thing that repeats is the R's.
Lindor, are you finding anything? Not Lindor, Japan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm running a Python script.
No!
What?
No, I said no phones. You have to do this manually.
Run the script. Run the script.
Were you really?
I really was, yeah. I was.
What's the
running a
difference
PowerShell.
between scripts and magic?
Because scripts do it for you.
I mean, Wizards are basically programmers anyway, right?
Yeah, so it should be able to do
I'm writing-
manually.
I'm writing it by hand. I'm not
Yeah.
like looking it up online.
That's still manual. That's by hand. That's what manual means.
Fine. As long as you're not using like a website to generate.
Magic.
No
magic,
Google, though.
Magic. Magic.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's also not A. Are there any other one-letter words that I'm forgetting? I and A.
You said it's only one level of cipher?
It's only one level.
I'm trying to brute force it.
Who was this written to again? Did you say?
You don't know.
Is there
Oh, okay.
It was an unknown bird flying out of the castle they shot down and got the message. They don't know who it was going to.
Got it.
That's why they wanted you guys to decipher it. Because they couldn't figure it out. So they tell you that they got it about 4 days ago, and they've been trying to figure it out in case there's vital information on it.
Oh wait, I messed up.
Okay. How did you mess up?
I just put my cipher in the wrong place. Gosh dang it.
Any luck?
I'm just trying to look for patterns and thinking about it. 'Cause I just don't think it's a shift cipher. I'm trying to figure out what else it could be.
Okay.
I'm not a big cipher guy, so I don't have a lot of cipher.
I used to be a big
head.
cipher guy.
They're interesting, but not one of my recent hyperfixations.
Had a lot of those recently.
I could talk about Lepidoptera, the family Lepidoptera. Ooh, I could talk about them all day long.
How's that script going, Japan?
It's okay.
Is it working?
I don't. No,
Okay, wait. Cones
I'm not used to
repeat.
writing it in Python shell. I'm just like writing a script.
K-O-Z-M
Oh.
is twice.
What is twice?
Cozy.
K-O-Z-M is twice.
Okay.
Both towards the beginning. Now, time. It was a 4-letter word you'd start a secret message with. Time.
How's it going over there, Cody?
Oh, okay.
Figure anything out?
Not yet.
I lost my other camera again.
Oh no.
Stupid camera. Hopefully it's not the one that we did, but still. Well, I'm gonna go. Well, it doesn't matter because it's not working anyway.
If you're watching this, just fast forward.
Yes.
We'll put a timestamp in the comment to let you know
when
when to
zoom
skip to.
I'm gonna walk around for a minute. See what everyone's doing.
I think I figured out that it is a shift cipher.
Okay.
There's K and B. So,
You think K is B?
no, don't.
You guys know how they cipher the German code, right?
Enigma?
No. How they figured out the cipher.
Because they had one guy that didn't keep changing his messages. He was messaging his girlfriend or something. What?
They would sign off every single secret message with Hail Hitler.
That's right.
Every single one was signed off with that, so they knew it's like, okay, once we get that done, it's like, oh yeah, the rest falls through.
How's it going, Japon?
Getting there.
Okay.
Trying.
You should share your screen so I can look at your Python code.
I feel like I've gone crazy. Are there any other one-letter words between I and A? There have to be, right?
Yeah, because there's an R.
Am I allowed to look up one-letter words?
Z.
I'm just blanking.
It's fine. You want to share your screen, Japon?
Yeah, it's pretty ugly.
I
It's
don't
not-
care. I just want to see what your
Okay.
progress looks like. Because I can see them in person.
Nope, I'm wrong. The only one-letter words in English are A and I.
Okay. Okay.
So that should make this easy, but I'm not getting there.
That's what I'm saying. I think it has.
So Z is
I think
either
it's
A or I, and R
I think
is
it's a
either
pattern
A or I.
cipher. I feel like it can't. I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
shift cipher. I feel like it's gonna be like, this one is this far away, but this one is actually not. It's not gonna be the same shift.
Hold
every
on.
time.
If we do the right shift,
Well, then that's double
Z can be
encryption. That's not
I.
Are you
single
sure that's
encryption.
double encryption?
Yeah, if you have
Is that would you
two
consider
shifts.
that double encryption?
What?
If every shift is not the same amount of shift, is that a double encryption or just a different kind of cipher?
That's more than just a single shift
Yep.
cipher. That is an advanced shift cipher.
That's
I'm not
two
doing
encryptions.
that.
Okay. It's okay.
I'm not doing that. They all have the same distance.
Okay. Then that's.
Z is I.
Z is I.
Z could be I. But if Z is I, then that means K is T, and that doesn't work.
Okay.
So then O would be X. So the first word would be TXIV,
No.
which does not work.
Okay. So it's not that one.
Guys,
But the problem is, if
What's up, Michael?
nothing.
R is A, then our first word is BFQD.
I don't want to give a hint because I'm waiting for Japon to see if his code works.
No, give us a hint. Just mute Japon and give us the hint.
What?
I said I goofed up. I'm still trying to figure out how to add one to.
Why don't you just make a .py file and run it?
Oh, you give him a hint, but you won't give us a hint?
No, he's writing a Python script. It's different. It'd be a lot easier.
Just hit mute real quick and give us the hint.
I'll just give it to everybody. Okay. R is I.
That's okay. I thought it fits.
R is I.
Which direction?
Hello.
I didn't say direction.
Hello. Hey, what's up? We actually had to change. Emily has a thing with coworkers tonight that we forgot about, so we're going for lunch tomorrow. But Dad's going over there around 6. Sorry. Okay, love you. Bye. I thought that R was I because it works in reverse, which for a shift cipher, that's important. But I don't get why I'm having so many issues here. Let me try this again.
That's hint number one. I have a couple of thoughts for hints. You guys need another hint?
Probably.
It's not a shift cipher.
Told y'all.
What kind of ciphers are there?
That's the only one I know.
So, shift cipher is just the concept behind a shift cipher is really easy. You take A, you map it to another
Yeah.
letter.
Yes.
Okay, that's just a rotates. What other kind of operations?
There's
can you do on the alphabet?
I mean, there is just a scramble cipher.
No, I'm not doing something that hard though. Those are like just kind of random, and there's
Yeah.
a goal to it. But this one is a straightforward cipher once you know the pattern.
I guess. Let's see.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I meant. That's what I was asking. Is if there's a pattern to it. If that was just one cipher.
It is just one cipher.
Ooh.
It is not a shift cipher though.
You were saying it was a double.
He's saying it could have been a double, but I'm not making it that hard.
No, I'm just saying if there's a pattern to it, then that's not an extra cipher. It's just a pattern.
Yeah.
At least in his opinion, at least.
You
We
said
need to
R
figure
was
out
I.
Okay, well, if that's...
What? I did
Actually-
say R is I, correct.
Z is
So
A. We know that
Yep.
also.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Z is A.
D is Y, C is X. It's basically you flip the order of the.
That's a
okay.
good one. That's a good one.
What is that called, guys?
I actually don't remember the name of it.
That is an inverse alphabet cipher.
Yeah. You got it then, Japan?
No, he just noticed the pattern. He stopped writing. It looks like.
Oh.
Oh darn it.
Here you go, John. If A, then Z.
He's gonna do it manually.
No,
I'm dyslexic, guys. Come on, give me a break.
that would be kind of a pain though.
I'm doing it manually.
Okay.
Sit on mine.
You guys can split up and do the words separately.
I'll start from the back, working my way to the front.
Sure.
Ethan, you want to start from the middle?
Sure.
Where am I going, guys?
He'll start from the left middle. You start from the right middle.
Z,
I don't know.
A, Y, B, X, X, C. I should have learned my ABCs better, boys and girls.
We're making progress.
I don't think that's true.
Also, you have a typo in here.
Why? Where?
Wait, hold on. V. No, I'm sorry. My writing's just
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I checked this like 3 times before I printed it.
Most of the middle part done.
Plan
Most, but
failed.
A good chunk of it. Yeah.
How's it coming along, Japan?
I'm getting there. I don't know what any other way than just like if A, then Z, if B, then.
That'll do it.
Well,
Yeah,
the easiest
we
way
should.
is if it's inverse. If it's A, which is
The guy's name is
0, then it's 26. If it's 13, then it's 26 minus 13.
Fair enough.
You just subtract 26 from whatever character it is. And
Okay,
you're
the
done.
middle one is I fear Lindor is starting to catch on. So got that
Okay.
part done. What else do you need? Anybody else done yet?
I'm on my second word.
Oh, okay. I'll keep going.
I'm doing it wrong.
You are?
Unless Tiffin Day is a word.
Tiffin Day is not a word. I don't think you can really break an inverse cipher.
What?
You can't really break it because A is Z and Z is A both directions. So
Yeah.
whether you translate
So it
one or the
doesn't-
other,
yeah, it doesn't
it's
matter
the
which
exact
order you're
same.
looking at 'em on, yeah.
So I think you're just messing up.
That would be accurate.
What's up? Bet you guys didn't think you were going to be doing like puzzles today, did you?
Nope. What I'm here for. So sorry.
Nice.
I apologize. Everyone on the stream. Alright. And
That's okay. People are gonna fast forward through this part.
Did you get it figured out, Michael? No? What are you doing?
Something wrong.
All right. We're gonna see. You ready to finish your part?
I
who's the
believe
number two?
Ja Upon is going to write a script
I don't
that will
think he
translate
is.
the
All
whole
right,
thing.
what are you doing?
I'm replacing BD. Today is not a word.
Where? What word is that?
What? Exactly.
No, where are you translating from?
Here.
Okay, so G.
Yeah.
What is G?
G is T.
Okay, T. V is what?
V is E. Oop.
Oh, look, it went from Tiffin Day to what?
10 day.
10 Day.
10 days also not a word.
Yes, it is. 10 days a week. What?
Is
A
it?
10 day in olden times is a week.
I think you're making stuff up to make this harder.
I just make up words and throw them in.
I've definitely done that for a cipher and people got mad at me. It's like every fifth word was just a nonsense
Yes.
word to throw people
A
off.
10 day. The word was used interchangeably with Earth term week. Sorry. Yes, that's what that means.
Alright, in a 10 day Simic. That's the last.
Simic, how do you
That's the
spell
last
it?
4 words.
How do you spell it? Simic.
Cimik. No, that's
That is not-
his name.
No, it's not.
Is it?
No.
I'm really bad at this, guys.
Oh my god. Okay,
P is
X
K.
is
R is I. N is M. No,
Oh.
there's another letter there I didn't see.
yeah. C.
Maybe I should. Maybe
you
just
shouldn't be
have
doing
fun
this.
with the puzzle.
Cody, who's the message addressed to?
C R.
Did you do that part?
No, but I can.
Should. So I think you're supposed to finish the first sentence, Cody, if you haven't already.
Krim,
Okay.
the YouTuber?
Krimrick?
Correct.
Thank you. Does everyone else have everything else done? I have everything except the first who it's addressed to and the first 4 words.
I have
Oh man!
plan failed VEL and then I gave up.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the first part, so one of y'all could do it. But
I'll
it says
finish
something, 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 something.
Hold
I
on.
fear Lindor is
let's just-
starting.
Let me finish
Let him
it.
finish
Yeah.
it real quick.
Okay, I'll let you finish. Just up until the capital R. I have everything else.
Okay, I can get
That's
there.
so funny.
Okay, wait.
VEL and then I gave up.
Okay.
Are you just hard coding it?
It's bad. I don't
It's
care. If
bad.
I had more time, I don't do very well under pressure with coding.
I'm dyslexic. This is really difficult for me. Why?
I'm just having a snack.
You should have gone with cases.
I've made it all lowercase.
No, a case structure, switch statement.
Wait, Mirabor?
Oh.
Yes, that's
That's
already.
true.
We already
Vel
have that part.
Sharoon.
No, we're in Iriabor.
You
I
are in
wrote down
Iriabor.
Mirabor. Is Mirabor a place?
Mirabor is a place.
Okay.
I
Mirabor
like
and a
Vel
10 day. I got that.
Sharoons.
How are we doing on the first 1, 2, 3?
I got one more
5
word.
Words.
He's got one more word and then we're done. And then I think we have the whole message. We can test it by using
Alright, I'm done.
on script.
Plan failed, Vel Sharoon is gone.
Who's it from? Or who's it to?
Krimrick.
That's the last word, not the first
the first
word.
Oh, I didn't do that part.
I said who's the message to, Cody.
Hold on.
You mean from?
No, who's it to?
Yeah,
The top-
who's
two is
it
at the very
to
top.
Is at top.
From is at bottom. Person saying the bottom would sign it. Yours truly, blank.
Yeah.
Rafal. R-A-F-F-A-L.
You missed a letter in there.
R-A-F-F-A...
V.
Oh. Ruffalo.
What? What is V?
Ruffalo? The Hulk? We gotta fight the Hulk?
Yes!
I've always wanted to fight the Hulk.
Raphael.
There you go.
Raphael, plan failed. Vel Sharoon's gone.
I fear Lindor is starting to catch on. I plan to leave for Mirabor on a 10 day. Krimrick.
In a 10 day.
We did it! Yeah!
Okay,
I meant
wait,
in-
we gotta figure out what's the flight path of a pigeon. How long would it take to get there? It was captured
Is it an
4 days
African
ago.
pigeon or an American
European
pigeon? Yeah.
Good job.
Oh my gosh. Well,
You said that's
30
supposed to take
minutes
5
later.
minutes, right?
5 to 10. I didn't think it took that long. Well, first off, I thought like the figuring out would take like 5 minutes or maybe 5 to 7 minutes, and then actually translating
All
for
right.
at least 4 of you would be.
Put the timestamp in right here. This is where, all right, you guys welcome back. We figured it out. It took
You're
us
really
not that
stupid.
long. Like, we
No.
got it down quick.
forever.
We're very stupid.
Yes. I want to take a half-second to pause and see if his script works.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's gonna work. We're gonna see how it goes.
I mean, if you need something that's about dead brought to life, I got you covered. If you want me to figure out words and letters, not your guy. Math,
Give me like
maybe.
another half minute because I want to see if his script works.
Did you see that Smosh is back?
There.
So they
What?
on the
No,
channel,
News
yeah.
to me. It's gonna rip out this page of my failure.
Yeah, so you don't have to be reminded. Just don't forget to do a self-reflective journal about it, so that you don't forget that it did happen, but you can then move on. Whoops.
Don't forget you had to sum the string together.
Wait, is that what?
Yep, that's what I'm trying to figure out what I had named. a
Oh,
string.
self-authoring. That's what it was. Sorry, I meant you need to self-author a little bit so you can reflect on it and not forget about it.
No, I want to forget this.
Well, no, you have to grow from it. You can't just hide it away.
Sorry, guys.
Now we're just hanging out.
Why didn't we just capture the pigeon? Yeah, I'm gonna
What's the pigeon gonna do
I'm
for
gonna
you?
bring the pigeon back to life, and I'm gonna talk to the pigeon.
What's the code? Like there's like dead pigeon, like put it up against the wall. What's the damn code?
I'll talk to Dad. There we go.
worked!
That's awesome. In our
Hey.
my headcanon is that we've been doing it for like 2 days.
I like
in-
how it
in the
triples.
show.
It does, it doesn't do spaces and it triples letters if you, spaces and enters.
All right, that only took us 3 days.
Yes.
I did goof up, yes.
You're good. You get that.
Well, hold on. If it's if one round of combat is 6 seconds, how many?
Oh my God.
That probably and that. How long would you say each round of combat takes us in real life? Like
20 minutes.
yeah, 20 minutes. So in reality, that only took us about 6
2 rounds of
seconds.
combat?
Yeah.
Jalpon looked at it, just put the code through his mind. He's like,
Yeah.
his eyes just kind of like shuddered just back and forth.
Yeah,
and
that
he's
was
like,
just magic.
ah, this is what it means.
Yes. So, Leon is standing there with you, and you guys take about 12 seconds to answer this question. And it was like, oh, this is super easy. It's just this.
Yeah, that's us. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my. Anyway, so now we got the cipher.
Got the
Hold on.
answer. Hooray.
So yeah, then we give it back to him and said that did not take us any time at all.
We are experts
We are
in
very
ciphers.
smart.
Ha ha ha.
And so we did that, and here you go. That's what it says.
Okay.
I never got to read it, guys. Can I see what it says?
And then Lindor is like, "Oh my gosh, I'm suspecting what? What is he suspecting? We don't know yet. Well, I don't know. Do you know, Lindor?
Lindor,
Yeah,
tell
Lindor,
us your
please.
thoughts.
What,
Yes.
What is
what
your
are you
most suspecting
I
about this
assume he
info?
meant
What are you almost
That-
catching on
that
to?
Velshroon did not work alone, that someone in the castle let him in.
Oh my, how could
That's
we ever
what I
known
think.
that?
And he probably knew that we were having him investigated.
We were investigating
Well,
somebody.
that message never got
Leon
delivered.
was. I was totally contacting Leon and having him do all the work for us.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. I've seen you spending so
Several
much time
times.
with your sending stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just
of
hang over
course.
that thing twice a day. Yeah.
Twice a day. Yep. Morning and night. I always got to check.
So now that that's done,
What? We,
We
gotta
should
go to
check
this
and see if
Iriabor
Krimrick
place.
is still here.
Krimrick, right? No, that first.
Yeah.
but see, well,
Krimrick's a
message
bad
never got
dude.
delivered, so that means that what was the other guy's name? Raphael didn't know about it. Raphael doesn't know that we're about to suspect because that message never got delivered.
You're correct. Hooray. Let's go
Given
get
this
Krimrick
only took
before he
4
leaves.
Let's
days,
go.
he might be on the road to Iriabor already.
Hope not.
Or is he
I don't-
leaving in a 10-day?
I don't believe he's left yet. He said he was leaving in a 10-day, and it's only been 4 days. He's got 3
Okay.
more
That's
days.
not even close to 10 days. What?
Wait a minute.
10 days and 4 days is not even close.
Anyway, let's go.
Krimrick, we need to go check on him because he's the marshal of Iriabor.
Ooh,
I didn't know that.
sounds important.
I don't think any of us knew.
Lindor knew that and has now told you.
Thanks,
Thank
Lindor.
You're
Lindor,
welcome.
you know everything.
I do. I'm also good at shooting things.
I'm also really good at shooting things one time.
Yes. And then,
Specifically,
And then
don't see me
I'm pretty
first.
okay at it after that. Not like
really
as
great
good,
at one
but-
shot.
the first shot's like
Everything else.
excellent, and then it's kind of, that was
I
pretty
just have
good.
performance anxiety. It's fine. You just can't look first.
Also,
I
tell
can't
me,
know people are looking.
Yeah.
tell me more things Lindor would say, please.
I used to love
He'd
it
give
when
away-
Wayland
he'd just throw away
transformed into me,
handfuls
and we could pretend to be twins.
He just started throwing
We'd
away
explore
handfuls
each
of
other's bodies.
Anyway, we're still
He
alive.
didn't say that. No,
I think he
That's
did
not
say
what-
that.
Strike it from the record.
I'm pretty sure he did say that.
Objection, Your Honor.
Non-canon.
Oh, look, hey, Lindor, if
Head
you didn't
cannon.
say that, Chris, say that you didn't say it. Well, looks like he said it. All right.
Okay.
Seems good to me.
No.
Wrong, Chris.
Another Chris.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So yeah, Leon will say, Krimric has been kind of off on his own for the last couple of weeks. We just assumed he was doing some research into this, but
track him down.
it would make a lot of sense if it was him.
Okay.
Maybe
I
somebody's
didn't
framing
change my
him.
spells. Oh well.
You did not. Oh well.
Yeah, somebody's framing him. They actually cast a spell on this pigeon that would cause it to die after a certain amount of time right over a group of adventurers. And they put
That-
the
that's like your
second
review.
simplest cipher they could think of. So it'd be very easy
That
for
does
them
seem
to
very
solve
likely.
it.
Come on. Would not people that were smarter than us not have a much better cipher?
They just wrote in big Latin.
Well, they
Please
didn't even
a day.
change the
Don't
language.
EK is a, on a is a way.
They also only wrote it in common. If they really want to mess us up, they'd also do infernal or something.
Yeah, true. They wrote it in common in the second simplest cipher that exists. And it just happens to drop dead right.
sounds like
in front of
phrasing
us.
to me.
I wasn't going
I
to
think they
allow
were
this, but you know
afraid.
what would have been hilarious?
What?
If Jawpon had tongues and just cast tongues, he could read any document in any language.
Oh.
And he's been like, oh yeah, it just says this.
That would have worked.
I love that.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
I feel like,
Even
what?
in a cipher?
What?
Would a cipher, would I still be able to read it?
I don't know, I just feel like it'd be
No,
hilarious if you
here's
could.
the thing.
Have you
No,
tried?
he wouldn't be able to read it, but somebody says it out loud and he understands what it means. It understands any spoken language it hears.
He could also just do comprehend languages with lots of them to read,
That's a good one.
which is even less spell.
All right, we're gonna track this guy down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me gather some guards and we'll go.
No, don't worry about him. We'll just confront him ourselves. That's usually what happens because anytime guards confront us with somebody, they usually die.
Okay, fair enough. If you think
Just
you got
on a
it,
perimeter.
you guys are knighted now.
Yeah.
Don't let him get away.
We're nice.
We're not that good at that part.
Okay.
Well, we killed a few dragons that tried to run. Well, one dragon.
So as you guys begin to
God was very
head
mad
to to the room that Lindor is leading you towards, you do see that it has gotten to about nighttime outside. It's getting pretty dark out.
Uh-oh. Maybe we shouldn't do this right now.
Let's take
Well,
some
I
rest.
feel like it might be a timed event. Anytime we approach this office, it's gonna turn into nighttime.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be brand new morning. And then as soon as we start
Walk up,
approaching the office,
you just see the
sun's going
character sit
down.
down for a second. And, woo!
Yeah.
He stands up and then goes.
Part of the main story campaign.
Yeah, you can't do it unless it's nighttime. So,
All right,
Because
so-
we got here at noon, and it took us 5 minutes to solve the cipher. Sorry, 5 seconds.
Yeah,
what was
yeah,
it?
it's 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
12 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, so it is nighttime.
Yes.
The sun has gone down. It is dark. Just a few torches light the way. But Lindor will lead you guys up to where he knows Krimric's office is. I assume you guys will dismiss the guards that are nearby when you get up there.
Now tell him to hold the door perimeter.
Okay.
Can I
They-
prepare a spell?
Okay. Remember, preparing has to go off in 6 seconds, or else you lose it.
Oh, then no.
Well, you can keep holding it, but it's like you can't walk and prepare.
I didn't know how
You
close
can.
we were to
You
the
can?
door.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, sorry. Preparing a spell is you
I just
prepare
wanna
it for
breach
the
it
next
clear.
round. If it doesn't go off the next round with your trigger, then you lose the spell slot.
I thought you could keep holding it.
You hold on to it like concentration, but it only lasts 6 seconds. It's the readied action to cast a spell.
It's okay. I just wanted to do a breach and clear like in Call of Duty.
A what?
A breach and clear like in Call of Duty. Like I
could
just
just-
wait at the door and be like,
I can say you can do that right before you get in the door.
yeah, I just
That's
know,
fine.
I
If
didn't
you
know
like
that far from
bang the door, and if you want the spell to go off as soon as you get in the door, yeah,
Okay. Anyway, just tell us what's going on. So
Yeah.
do we get to the door?
you get to the door.
Okay.
You see a very light, looks like almost just a candle lit in this room. It sounds like someone's trying to be quiet. Lindor can definitely hear, and anyone with high perception can kind of hear just quiet footsteps, kind of like trying to tiptoe around.
Do I hear just one person
Just
or
one
are there
person.
multiple people? Okay.
Just one person. Yep. So you hear these footsteps, and it sounds like they're going kind of back and forth between like two sides of the room, quickly. But yeah, they're being very quiet.
Did Lindor tell us if there's windows in this room?
There is a window in this room, yes, but you
Yeah,
are in
window.
a tower, which is pretty high. You're probably talking like a 50, 60 foot drop.
That's okay.
Enough to probably kill this guy.
All right, so I'm guessing. Oh, Ethan told us, "Hey, I'm gonna do this thing when I get to the door."
Okay.
So, yeah. All right.
I might just prepare Mind Sliver.
Mine's
Okay.
So I'm just. What I'm going to prepare it for is if he immediately is going to attack us. Like if he tries to immediately confront us. Can I do that?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that being the trigger? Okay. So I'll hold it. And I know I'll lose it. It's a cantrip, so it's okay.
That's fine. Yep.
I'll lose it if he doesn't attack us. But
Yep.
if he does attack us when we open the door, I want to use that.
Okay.
I'll also prepare command for freeze. Or
Okay.
halt.
For what's your trigger?
When I see him,
When you see him.
Okay.
seeing halt.
Then I guess mine's. Don't worry about it. Then.
Okay.
Unless I see him first, I guess.
Oh.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So you guys have two prepared spells, or two
Yes.
spells prepared. Two
And
prepared
Lindor's
spells.
about to open the door.
Try to open the door. Is it locked?
Who's opening the door?
I prepare
Lindor,
these
Lindor opens
spells.
the door.
These
Bang bang.
Mustang and Sally. Yeah. Have Lindor. Can we have Lindor try to open the door?
Sure.
Check for traps because he does that every single time. Every single time he checks for traps.
He's not going to check for trap in the door. There's no trap in the castle.
Yeah. Of course, there's no trap in the castle.
You open the door and the cast power word killing all of you and you're all dead.
Hey, no, I have 129 HP. I'm good.
I don't.
The cast power word kill Nick. If you're less than 200 HP, and even if you can drop to 0, you now drop to negative 500.
Anyway, is that what happens? Are we dead? Okay, I guess.
No,
I'll
just
bye.
Nick. Just Nick.
Again.
Just Nick.
Alright.
Oh, I should have said that over.
Anyway, he can. Do you want to go quiet or loud?
Quiet? He's usually quiet.
Yeah, I would say like yes.
He's got the super stealth.
push the door open and let's see what we see.
Okay. Just pull up. Yeah, sorry.
All right, and we definitely
really
told
sorry?
Jalpan no
No.
killing. We need him alive. No fire beam of death. No giant fireball.
No finger of death.
Don't burn the evidence.
No
No disintegration.
No disintegration.
Don't
Balls
cast
of
fireball.
fire.
There's probably important
No
evidence in the
acid
room.
splash.
Maybe a little acid
No,
splash.
there's papers. We gotta keep the papers.
Acid doesn't dissolve paper.
Yes, it does.
Everyone knows acid doesn't dissolve
They're made out of
paper.
specific polycarbonate.
Who
Yes.
needs to dissolve skin though? It doesn't
Yeah,
dissolve
it
skin
dissolves
either.
organic matter. Last time I checked, paper is paper, not organic matter.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not alive.
All right.
Keep
so I'm
the
gonna.
Are
damage
you
to
guys
a
talking to
minimum.
me?
Maybe.
Yes. Just be careful, all right.
Look, how many of us can cast acid splash?
And I'm the one that said it, so I think we're looking at you.
All right.
Okay.
I'll roll stealth for Lindor.
I
me
promise
guess
not to
minimum
slap
30.
anyone to death on accident.
Yeah.
35.
26.
Oh.
Well, he got a 31, but his minimum is 26.
No.
All right.
So
Go.
he is absolutely able to sneak up to the door. He turns it and then will quietly push it open.
What do we see?
You see a single candle burning in this room. You see a man that's running back and forth.
Can we
The
tell
door's
what it is?
only opened a little bit, so you can just kind of peek in. You see him going back and forth from what looks to be a dresser to a table.
Is it that? Is it the guy
I
we're
guess I
looking
see
for?
him. I tell him to hold.
Yes.
It is the guy we're looking for.
So you slam the door open and you yell, "Halt!"
Yep. Needs to make a 19 wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, we don't really know anything about this guy, do we?
He's a marshal.
Oh no, did he get a nat 20?
You got a nat 20.
Does he have a negative?
No, he has
course not.
0.
All right, so what does he
Succeeds.
decide to do? I guess.
Oh my gosh. He sees you and he will lean for a sword on his hip.
So that means he's aggressive. So.
Hit him with the
Oh,
mind.
we got raided.
Oh,
finally.
Hey.
Hello.
Howdy.
I think.
Howdy.
Yes. They just finished like a 30-minute puzzle that I
Wow.
gave them that took ages apparently.
Don't go back and
no.
watch that.
Don't
part.
go back
it
and
took
watch
12
that part.
seconds.
That didn't happen.
It took
We're gonna cut that out,
approximately
and that
12
makes
12
that means it didn't
seconds.
happen.
Jaw Pawn.
But we're about to fight now, so
Yes.
it's the cool
Yes.
time.
No,
Go on with the good
Jalpan
stuff.
had a program in his mind to decipher ciphers
Yes.
and just boom.
He invented Python.
Yes.
In D&D. It's crazy.
Yep. Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so he becomes aggressive, so that means my sliver, right?
he goes for a sword and like pulls it out to like it looks like he's trying to defend himself.
So that's up to you because
He doesn't. Well,
Is pulling a sword aggressive to you?
yeah.
Yes or no?
That's your question. That's your
question.
choice.
I probably would assume that it is.
You would assume that it is. Okay,
I'm far
all right.
away from him.
Mind Sliver goes off.
All right, here we go. He has to make an intelligence 18.
He fails.
Okay, sorry, buddy.
Is he dead?
No, 14.
14 to hit.
No, oh no, so it was
14 damage.
Yeah, 14 damage. He's dead. No. Can we re-roll?
Non-lethally.
Can we? Yeah, non-lethally.
Non-lethal magic. I crush your brain.
Especially
Non-lethally.
my
though.
chaos.
Lobotomies exist.
Like chaos magic. Okay, do you want to
He's
re-roll
not-
that, y'all?
He's not dead.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Go.
So, there you go.
I gave him a couple of stats. I didn't give him like nothing, but
Well, and then he gets what, -4 to his next save.
minus D4.
All right, so there you go. He's been mind slivered. I assume he drops his sword.
He will
and falls
drop his
over.
sword and like fall to the ground and like just grasping his head.
We told you not to move.
No, he didn't.
What did you
Oh, I
say?
did. I told him to hold.
You did say that.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing
God.
you said.
Please.
You used a
Knights
spell
of the
for it
realm.
and everything.
Halt.
Anyway, continue.
No.
And now what happens?
He is on the ground, wincing in pain from this.
All right,
Psychic
can
attack.
Can you try to? Hey, do you want to go bind him up? What is it called? Your
Grappling
things?
him?
Grappling?
Yes, yes, sure
Yes.
thing. I will. My tattoos will come alive, and they will
All right,
wrap around him.
talk
He's
to him.
restrained.
Okay.
Next thing I say is, draw upon, don't kill him.
No fire.
No spells. We're good. It's under
Okay.
control.
We got him. He's.
It's over with. Okay.
You know, if anything, you can like do like hold him or something, hold person. I don't know, something like that. But let's go.
Okay.
What are we doing?
So you, after a few seconds of him being tied up and restrained, he kind of comes back to after his headache dissipates from that.
So
Like,
sorry about that.
third
There's
of
just
his
blood
health.
coming out of his eyes,
Yeah.
down his nose, out of
Eyes
his
and
ears.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once he's like tied, I'm like restrained. I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
It's like you
should've
you see a
halted.
whole bunch of blood coming out of his face, and then he's like, after you're like sick and like sneeze, you're like, oh, all right, I think I'm okay now. What's going on?
We told you to halt. You didn't halt, and then you.
You know, I'm sorry. We didn't know you pulled out your sword, so I'm so scared.
What do you want?
Lindor wants to talk to you. Lindor.
Lindor's watching your guys' backs out this outside.
Lindor!
Lindor, you're good.
Get in here!
Yeah. No,
You know
this
this
out
guy,
here,
right?
guys. You can question him. I trust you.
So maybe do we need to have Lindor's information about this person first?
So the only thing that you really need to know is that he is the Marshal of Iriabor. You don't know much else beyond that.
Does Lindor believe that he's guilty? Does he know
He
enough to know?
Don't know.
I guess I'll have Jalpan help me check his drawer/desk. But 2 places he was walking back.
Yeah,
and
so
forth from.
they
What
go
are
kind of
those
search.
going on?
We'll watch him. He can hold him, and I'll like stay like on him
Yes.
so that he doesn't. I'll
Okay.
watch him.
Okay.
Oh, you can talk to him. You got high charisma, right?
Yeah, I'll just
so
yeah.
good.
I don't know why they look. I can pull out the. Do we have the mail, the letter? Do we keep it with us or did we not?
Yeah, I assume you have
Okay,
it.
so wait, I pull it out and I just say, so what's this?
What's that?
Explain.
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 America, explain.
Uh-huh. Where did you get that?
We ate a
We
pigeon.
found your pigeon that died. The one you specifically just
I
don't talk about.
know what you're talking about.
Very interesting.
Inside check.
I think that you were right. Lindor is definitely catching on. Very smart. So we're here now. If you could guess.
How did you decipher it?
Oh, we're really smart,
We're
dude.
so
Like,
smart. We
you
looked
have
at it
no
and
idea.
immediately knew.
12 seconds. It took us 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Come on, you feel like if you're like good at this kind of thing, you would like put it in a different language. I even know more than common. Like, do you not know any other languages?
No.
You
I
just
failed school.
This is why. This is why you lost. You just gotta be smarter. Anyway, so what's going on here? What's this whole conspiracy about? Does Lindor knows about now? Yeah.
Lindor knows it.
What you said that.
Who's Raphael?
All right, we gotta torture him.
All right. Hey, I
You not say anything? All right, time to punch.
that mind
yeah.
sliver, it doesn't even take a spell slot. I can do that anytime I want. That's just like a. Do you want to go again?
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
No, hold on.
You got it.
No, hold on. Before you do that, I'd like to pull out 2 of his teeth.
Oh my.
No, I'm gonna do intimidation first. With advantage, you said?
Yeah. I know, so no, I'm gonna literally say that. I'm like, before you do that,
don't
hold
need
on,
it.
let me pull out his teeth. That's gotta give him like double advantage, right? That's intimidating.
Pull out his teeth.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Okay.
I got a 18 the first time and a 17 the second time.
So
What's your plus?
Oh, sorry. So 22. It's plus
23.
5. Sorry, 23 is the highest one.
Okay, yeah, you I'm just gonna say that, like, as you like threaten the Mind Sliver again, and he's gonna hear Void in the back or Devo in the back, and be like, "Hey, let me pull out some of his teeth." Whoa! He's like, okay, hold on, I need those.
Raphael.
He's I don't know him that well. He's a guy from Iriabor who saved my life.
Saved your life, huh?
Yeah,
From what?
I got in deep with this loan shark. I kind of gambled all the kingdom's money away.
Lindor's not rich anymore.
Lindor's
probably lost of his privilege.
And he made my loan shark disappear, so I owe him.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I hear that. So, you're trying to. So now you owe him money now? It's because he made
I
it
just
go
owe
away?
him favors. He asks me to do things. It was his
Give us
idea
an
to bring
example.
in Velsharoon.
Anything else like that he's asked for?
That was the last one. I told him with the letter you got that I was gonna go to him in Iriabor.
That's true. We did read the letter. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Anything else? I mean, so there's no money here at all. Did you get the money back somehow? Is the kingdom just bankrupt?
No, I didn't get it back. That's why I was gonna leave.
All right.
So,
Can you tell us any more about Velsharim or any of that? So, yeah, tell us more about that. Do you have any other requests? Excuse me, like that.
Sorry, one second.
Take your time.
To be fair, this guy's immediately being hung. Like, this is the quickest. Like, oh, you gambled away significant parts of the treasury?
Yeah.
Oh, immediately hanging.
Yeah.
It's like, how many teeth are you going to go to the gallows with, though? That's the question.
security.
So as you guys are interrogating him, his arms are kind of at his side as Devo has him wrapped up by the chest. You're going to
Wait, real quick, did me and Jalpon find anything in
Yeah,
his
good question.
stuff?
you see some paper, you see his clothes being packed. He's packing a suitcase, it looks like, or a package to leave.
Is there any record of what he told us being true?
No, not really.
Okay.
He doesn't have it. It doesn't look like he
No
has
more
any
coded
records.
messages, just like journals and
Yeah.
figures and nothing interesting.
Nothing. Yeah, you have to do a lot of research to find what what he's talking about. But yeah.
Does any of his clothes look good? I can use a new pair of pants.
This guy is
This looks
tiny
good.
compared to you.
Okay, yeah.
He's like 5'10" or something.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
good intimidation.
Yeah.
Like, I need a new pair of pants. How tall is this guy? Like, start like
Reminds me
measuring him
of,
up.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
It's like, I like
gosh.
my buddy likes those pants.
No, my favorite is like, what boot sizes you were? Just take it off, just put it to his foot. Eh.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
After you after a few minutes of interrogating this guy, I'm gonna have everybody. Well, no, everybody can see it. They're high enough level. You see an unknown figure begin wrapping themselves around him.
Not cool.
Oh
Is
my
this
goodness.
Velsharim or whatever his name is?
You see hands begin to slide up his stomach
Can I
around.
counterspell?
I'm gonna spell magic.
Okay,
Can you both do it?
go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna try counterspell. Let me get to it.
magic.
What level should I do?
I'll just go for a 3rd level spell magic.
I'll do 4th level counterspell.
Okay.
I'll do first level punch.
Roll for me.
You're punching the ghost.
Making this last.
I will.
Apparition.
My stand can probably hit
I
it.
just cast but didn't roll. Did it roll for you?
No.
I did. I cast it at third. Or I cast it at third level.
Just hitting cast uses a spell slot. It doesn't
Oh,
actually.
okay.
You have to do the roll manually.
Yep.
It's just gonna be plus. It's your charisma. So whatever
Yeah,
your
plus
charisma
5,
bonus
I
is,
think.
plus
Yeah,
five.
it's plus 5.
Ability check.
Plus 5. So just hit that button right there.
Oh.
That is natural 1. Michael, what did you get?
Whoops.
Oh,
This is not a damage spell.
23.
Okay.
Opposites of the spectrum.
Nothing happens.
Alright, then I'll move up to him and go for a remove curse.
So hang on.
Okay.
So things will happen as these happen. So
Gotcha.
you see these large hands begin to wrap themselves around his chest and then go up around his neck
Gonna crack his neck.
and begin to hold his arms up in the air like this. So
Alright,
you guys-
now remove curse.
Okay.
That's just curse ends.
Okay.
Does it keep going?
Yep.
Alright.
Cody, what do you want to do?
Punch the ghost.
Okay. Want me to attack?
Oh, I get to? Okay, cool. I thought you were gonna say like, no, you're cursed and bad things happen. I didn't think this would work.
Yes.
Good. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. That'll be a 31 to hit.
That hits.
Are we into the combat
30
now?
damage.
Okay. All right. So you do a dent into this thing's arm, and you see it loosen for a second, and then it's going to keep wrapping up on this guy's hands. At the end of that round, you're going to see something. You're going to see a face appear over the edge of where these hands are. So it's almost like it's looking like this. It's going to open its mouth right next to him. And you are going to see what you can only describe as an arrow come out of its mouth.
Oh my.
Oh no, I know this! Oh no!
And it will pierce his neck.
Devo's gonna immediately say, everybody, we need to stop this! We need to stop this right now! This is very bad!
Okay, so do you have any? Do you know how?
My turn. Kill it fast! Grab the arrow!
You grab the
disintegrate?
arrow.
The arrow has pierced its
Disintegrate.
neck.
Yes.
Hang on. So
Disintegrate would do it! Disintegrate would do it!
I said it already.
So it's on its turn right now. So
Alright.
what we're gonna do is we'll do this and then we'll roll initiative.
Okay, and whatever you do not hurt the arrow. You have to get it.
I can do that, alright.
So the arrow pierces this thing's neck and then will retract back into his mouth.
Oh, man!
My goodness.
I'm gonna send something in the chat right now with how I feel.
Okay.
It's going into the Discord.
You'll have to show it to me because I don't have it. Oh yeah, Discord up.
I don't think.
I have it over here.
Disintegrate doesn't. I mean, it says anything they're wearing or
Carrying.
is just made into dust. So that's, I guess, probably up to your discretion.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying,
Oh.
if it disintegrates everything.
Well, as soon as I can. I don't know how you want to do that, but as soon as I can,
it's happening! Yeah.
I would want to try to do disintegrate
Okay.
as soon as
So
possible.
this thing you will see as he does this, his body will just kind of go limp.
Uh-oh. Alright, guys, two things. First of all, can I say this? Like, can I
Wait,
talk?
Character know this.
Void's been doing research on this like his whole life, so he has a basic idea of
Okay.
what's going on here. He's like, all right, two things are about to happen: either that man is dead, or we are in a lot of trouble. I mean, well, to be fair, we're in a lot of trouble either way, but we're gonna be in even more trouble if
All right.
he's not dead.
I'll cast a 5th level aid on everybody but Void.
Okay.
Let me see. Aid.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's AIDS.
Yeah.
Not you.
Everybody but you.
Oh man.
But you.
So what does A do again?
Let me see. 3 creatures, 5 hit points, but that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 to your max HP modifier.
I don't have any reason to be damaged at all currently, do I?
No, you do not.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with to full health. Because I was 2 down for some reason.
So. Okay. Roll me initiative.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
15,
18. Is the map good to go up, or are we just in the office?
You're just in the office. I don't have a map for this. I don't expect this to go
12.
very long. Okay. So, you will see this hulking figure. You now kind of just see it a little bit more in this dim light. Looks very large behind him. But it's going to begin shrinking a little bit. It will begin unwrapping its arms from around his neck, and it will let him kind of fall limp into Cody's grasp. And it will begin to retract itself out the window.
I'm gonna be like, grab it, grab it, grab it!
I was gonna say I was trying to disintegrate as soon as I can, but I think
It is out the window.
it's gone. I think it has plot armor.
No!
We need to buy that one of these days.
know,
That
I
seems
need to
like
get
a really good
myself
thing.
How many gold does that cost?
So
5 million.
but that means I didn't cast disintegrate. So
did
no,
not.
I got to keep my 6th level.
Oh no.
Continue.
Okay. So this thing is out the window. What do you guys want to do?
How does the guy look? He's dead. For sure.
He looks
He looks
completely
dead.
limp.
But is he dead?
I'm gonna turn and be like, okay.
Check his pulse.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll check his pulse.
There is no pulse.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, well, we have, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So that arrow that he was pierced with is going to either give him incredible power or he's gonna die immediately.
Well, he's already dead.
How about
You die either way. It's whether you come. Sometimes you come back. That's the question.
Hear me out. I've never had an issue that isn't solved with beheading. So how about we just cut his head off?
Well, do we want him dead? Because if we behead him, yeah, he is dead.
Told us
He's
everything,
dead.
right? I mean, you guys got stuff out of him, right? Is there anything?
I have
you
no
want
idea
for?
if we need any more than what
To be
we
fair,
have
the power
now.
he could get could be awful. It could just like kill him if anyone sees his back or trap him in a radio pylon forever. There's a lot of options.
What is wrong? What is?
Or maybe it'll give him the ability to like stop time or something. There's a lot of possibilities here.
You hear an echo in the back of your head.
So what
Hear me out. Cut his head off.
I'm down. Cut his head off.
Joe upon, what do you think? Cut
But I
his head
feel
off.
like we might be able to get even more look,
We can
I
still
think
talk
we
to his
might get
head.
more information from him.
We can still talk to his head. He's dead. We can still talk to his head. Anytime we want. Until it
I don't know if
rots.
he's gonna want to talk
Until it
to
rots
us.
away, though. But still.
I think we'll be okay. I think we leave him alive, but let's tie him up as quickly as possible.
You said he might have immense power. He's not alive right now. He's dead.
But that's what I'm saying. Tie him up. We can stop. We
Cut
get
his
this.
head
We
off,
can do
cut
if you
his
guys
head off.
if you guys try to
Cut
kill
him
him, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just talking this through.
Joe
so.
upon, do you think we should kill him or not?
Here, listen. He's already
need-
dead, so we're not re-killing
Yeah,
him.
no.
And listen, either he's dead or
I
he's
feel like John Paul's
undead.
gonna be conflicted like before.
Listen,
he said,
listen.
"Don't kill the guy." And now you're asking, "Do you want to kill the
But
guy?"
here are options. See, we need to make an outcome lattice here and say he's dead right now. So the option he may or may not come back to life. But if he does come back to life, he's definitely going to be evil and powerful. So he's dead right now. We can't make it any worse by cutting his head off. We can only make it better.
Look. This is like somebody.
Logic
Okay,
is
you
flawless.
think you've been
Elon's
told
logic is flawless.
everything. You
Wait,
think
no.
you've been told everything.
Wait, Joe upon, what'd you say?
I said Keelan's logic is flawless.
Cut the head off. Let me give you one thing. Imagine
One
this.
thing.
Okay, here's my counterpoint. Imagine you're talking to your local drug dealer, right?
What?
You're a police officer. You're talking to a local small time drug dealer.
I move to the head.
He says, the local drug dealer says, oh yeah, I get my drugs from some guy down in the street corner. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go down to the street corner and catch the next guy. And all of a sudden, like, El Chapo walks in and hands this guy an RPG and leaves. But you're not saying you don't have more questions to ask.
We didn't kill him. He's already dead, and we can still ask the
He'll be
questions.
back.
No. What does Lendor think?
Lindor, kill him or not?
He doesn't answer. He lets you decide.
All right, I gotta cut his head off.
Yeah, kill him. We'll ask him
cut
questions
the head
after he's dead.
Okay,
We'll bring him back to
fine.
life on our own terms.
Fine.
Something like that.
Do it.
Devo's just like, I don't want to look.
It's an attack roll with advantage.
Yes.
Do it.
He could just be permanently dead anyway already. It's hard to say.
And that's what I'm saying. We're not making it worse by cutting his head off. I mean,
you are a little bit making it
there are no
worse.
laws in this country.
What?
So like mutilating a corpse is not a real. It's not real.
He was
it's not a
gonna
crime.
be hung anyway. He
Yeah.
definitely committed various crimes that would immediately lead to his execution.
I find no moral failing with this action whatsoever.
All right.
I am a chaotic good character, and I'm still good.
25
This
to
feels a little
hit.
chaotic neutral to me.
Okay, and that's an auto crit, and I rolled twice on that. So wait, that's
Auto crit.
yeah, that's an auto crit. So that's 6 plus 8 plus 5, so 13 to cut the head off.
How's it go?
Not well.
13.
You're like a third of the way through the head.
All right, go again. Do you need me to
It's like hard to watch. Like in
Yeah.
your perspective, it's like,
I'm not watching
The
this.
thought, like, oh, this was a great idea. It was like starts in your head. You get the first
You
chop,
get a chop
and you're
and
like,
it's just like,
this is not
no.
gonna go well. yeah.
oh no, oh god.
from your
Do we need to
perspective,
label
like there's
that?
like this like awful like music
Yeah,
playing and
you-
like you're like
You just hear this squelching noise.
As you're like being gets just
He starts
flirted
coughing.
into one.
You just hear coughing. He starts coughing.
He's like, I got something in my mouth. And you just like you puke over on the corner somewhere.
There's a chamber pot.
Okay, now you get to the head. How does
Yep.
it go?
Head dead? Good.
You
got him done?
cut the head off finally. It is not a clean cut. It looks like you used a saw to get through it. Just zzz, zzz, zzz.
Yep. Next time I'll use the chainsaw.
Alright, throw his head in the bag. Let's go.
It begins bleeding all
Head
over
in
the
one
rest of your
bag,
stuff.
body in
I'm
another
just
bag. It's
kidding.
okay, it's already
Do you
covered.
want to talk to him before we go again?
No, I don't have Speak with Dead today anyway. Alright, I put his head in that jar.
We'll put it. Can we put it in like a smaller so it doesn't bleed on everything?
Well, no, I have jars for
Oh,
heads.
a jar, head jar.
That's a huge jar.
No, it's not that big. Heads aren't that big. And then it goes in bag of holding.
Anyway, all right, there you go.
Okay.
Got him.
You got a head.
Saved the world.
I don't know how I feel about this.
This is like the point in the
I
series.
felt kind of a kinship with this guy, unfortunately. At this point, I'm going to remind everyone of my origin story. If
You
they don't
never told
remember.
us your
Yeah, I don't
origin
think you've-
story.
Did I never read
You
this?
never told us your origin
All
story.
right, well, buckle up, buckaroos.
We got
I
a
have a
lot
whole
to go
story
on.
written out. Let me pull this up here.
Well, if you told us that a while ago, we'd have been like, okay, we can figure
It
something
was a
out.
long time
Wait,
ago.
yeah, I don't know how this even. This
You've
guy's even
never
related
told
to
us
It
you.
would have been like
backstory.
2 years ago at this
You've never
point.
told us this.
IRL. I think I did, but it's okay. I'll pull it up. Hold
You
on.
might have told us, hey, in story, I have this awesome backstory I'm going to tell you guys eventually, and then it never happened. That's what
And
happened.
then Devo ran away for a while.
It is possible. It's been so long that I'm like, I shared it with you, right, John?
Yeah, I have it.
For some reason, I tried to look through stuff that I'd shared with you, and it's like quantum computing, and I'm like, that is a while ago.
That was a long time ago, yes. No, man.
Hold on, I'll find it.
So we cremate the body, draw upon and get on that.
Here it is.
Fireball!
Fire guy.
All right. Oh, it has been filled up. Okay, Okay, good.
I added some to it a long time ago.
Okay, good. Well, I purposely stayed away from it because I thought there might be surprises. Because I gave you edit permissions. I remember that.
Did do that, yes.
Because there were names that needed to be put in.
Yes.
All right. So Devo was born a twin, but he would never know this as his twin brother was stillborn. His father, Zdravant, was a very well-known paladin for the biggest church in the city of Iriabor, that is, and high up in the personal militia for the royal family, as his lineage had been for generations due to their angelic heritage, because they were the race.
Have you activated your angelic
some
abilities before?
Yeah, I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah,
You did it
they're-
like once.
Yeah, because it takes my action and it does like 2d4 damage.
Yeah.
I would
it's
like to remind
eh.
you also can heal people
I do
for your
have
level,
ways,
which you
yeah.
rarely use.
Yeah. Anyway, so since we're Asmar, which means we are somewhere down the line, somebody in our lineage reproduced with an angel.
Had some
some
sort of either
relations.
blessing by an angel
Yes.
or did that, yeah.
So we became paladins. My mother, Danielle, was a country girl who had fallen in love with my father after saving her from a large group of bandits. Devo had begun to follow in his father's footsteps, and was training and fighting to become a paladin, as well as following my father around the royal palace, learning the duties that I would eventually inherit. One day, when I was around 12, several strong enemies attacked the palace, and I watched as the hand of the king is nearly killed in an altercation. In order to protect the king's hand, my father was forced to activate his Asmar powers. However, this revealed that the noble family lineage is actually that of fallen angels, not of regular angels. Using his power, my father was able to fight back the intruders and save the hand of the king that he was guarding. He told me to run home and that he must finish clearing out the town/castle of enemies. I went home, which meant I don't know what happened between my father and the hand of the king after the fight. My father never returned from the castle. The next day after the invasion, me and my mother and all the members of the towns were called to the gallows. It was announced that the royal family and the church had been deceived for generations, and that all those responsible must pay. My father was to be put to death, and me and my mother would be imprisoned for life to be made examples of. But I yelled at them that my father had saved him to the hand of the king. I said, if he hadn't used his powers, you'd be dead. Does that mean nothing to you? The hand of the king responded, grab the boy, silence him. My mother told me to run and find help. As the hand's personal guard grabbed her, she told me to never let them catch me. So I ran, tears filling my eyes. As I ran, I turned around and immediately regretted it. I turned around just in time to watch my father's head fall to the gallows. I could not help but fall to my knees when I saw this, and then as my father grew still. At first, what I thought was tears were clouding my vision turned into blackness. Before I could realize what was going on, I had passed out from a mixture of sadness and rage. The guards walked up slowly, preparing to grab me, unconscious. face down on the ground, but they paused when they saw what looked like black smoke pouring out from the ground underneath my face. Upon closer inspection, they began to wonder, wait, is this the same boy? He looks much larger in height and in musculature. Their inspection was cut short as a pitch-black energy leapt from my back, and dark skeletal wings burst forth from the dark smoke, blah blah blah, I used Asmar powers without my knowledge. Upon seeing this, the other guards flinched long enough for the boy to run away. He yelled out, his voice changed and deeper than before, cursing the royal family and vowing that he would get his revenge. When the wanted posters were printed, they described a very tall, muscular teenager with black smoke floating from his eyes was wanted for assaulting a guard, escaping arrest, and being an abomination against God. When the young, slim Devo next opened his eyes, he found himself sleeping in the trash. His body was bruised, and he was so tired he didn't even notice the cuts on his hand or the blood on his fingers. The last thing he remembered was his mother's word telling him to run and never be caught. And he had found someone who would protect him. He looked to his right and saw a scrap of paper with the note written in blood. It said, I will protect you. Await further instructions. Void. 5 years later, Devo and Void had gotten used to the lifestyle of moving from place to place constantly. A few times a week, Devo would get a letter from Void instructing him to infiltrate certain social groups or foreign parties. Devo was a lovable scoundrel type who was more knowledgeable than he first appears, so he rarely finds it hard to make friends when he needs to, wherever he needs to go. This time, it was a handful of foreign bankers who had wished to make a deal with a local royal family. Devo had made friends with one of the banker's sons and had been invited to stay with them at an upscale local inn. Free food? Free ale? Devo would never say no to such an offer. He had been with the group for about a week when he awoke screaming. He looked down at the nightstand. Just as he expected, there was a small note. And I was just starting to get comfortable. Well, that was nice while it lasted. Looks like it's time to leave, he thought. Devo put on a black cloak, slipped on his heavy leg armor, and slipped into his gauntlets. As he walked out of the inn, he stopped when he saw his new friend, the son of the banker, crying at the table in the tavern area. What happened? Devo asked. My father was found dead this morning. The doctor said it was as if he'd aged decades in a single night. Devo scowled. Why did it have to be him, he thought. It's easier when the target ends up being somebody he had barely interacted with. No matter, he thought. Soon enough he'll have moved on and this family would be a distant memory. If he even remembers it at all, considering the fact that he often seems to forget what he's done for days at a time. He still isn't sure why that happens, probably something related to his childhood trauma, he would assume. Devo realizes that this whole time the banker's son has been looking at him, waiting for some kind of response. I'm sorry, my friend. I will keep you in my thoughts on my travels. Seemingly shocked, the young man responded, Wait, you're leaving? Now, of all times? I'm truly sorry, but I am a drifter. Trust me, you don't want me to be around any longer than I must be. Devo didn't stop to listen to what his most recent friend was saying. He knew he must leave before the guards showed up. Void made it very clear in his letters that the law enforcement questioning must be avoided at all costs. Speaking of letters, after he had walked a few miles from the inn, Devo stopped and opened the one that he had found by his bed that morning. Devo, the man in charge, has been spotted in Iriabor. Make your way there and patrol the streets at night, especially in the alleys just outside the castle wall. It's time we make contact. Devo was shocked. He himself had never seen the man in charge, but he knew that Void desperately wanted to meet him. He had learned through his letters that Void had one time witnessed the king's marshal, a military leader, groveling at the feet of that man, begging for mercy. Void seemed to hate the royal family even more than Devo, and would do anything to learn the power and to get the power and influence that allowed this man to make a royal act in such a way. As Void's first and most trusted subordinate, Devo would do anything to grant Void his wish, so it was off to Iriabor. Devo arrived days later and began asking questions over drinks at the local tavern. He heard rumors of a man dressed in all black who ran the kingdom from the shadows. But the king certainly has wealth and status. But power? This man is the one with the power. That was the sentiment that Devo picked up on from multiple sources. However, those weren't the only rumors he had heard. People spoke of strange abilities that this man seemed to possess. Some claimed he could teleport. Others claimed that he can control the minds of anyone he touched. Yet others said that he could read minds or open portals to other worlds with just a thought. These rumors were so varied that Devo chose to ignore them as hearsay, but there must have been something to start all these beliefs. He would have to be very, very careful. In the middle of the night, Devo was following a man he'd seen leave the castle. After nearly an hour of following him out of the town and into a nearby cave, he saw the man stop at the entryway. As if by magic, the hill and cave seemed to fade away and a large building appeared in its place. It was obviously built recently, but it looked as if those who built it were excellent at their craft. The man walked into the front door, and Devo slowly approached. Hello, Devo said cheerily. I couldn't help but notice your lovely structure here, and as a huge fan of woodworking and architectural structures built in the middle of nowhere, I just had to stop by and say hello. Devo acted as he always had, friendly and inviting. Even when people were weary of him at first, he found that it didn't take long for his charm and wit to lower their guard. Unfortunately for Devo, this organization didn't work like those he'd met in the past. I'd say again, hello, I'd like to... But before Devo could even finish his sentence, a dozen cloaked assailants had appeared from the trees surrounding him, tying his hands behind him. He tried to protest, but he found that they had already stuffed a cloth in his mouth and a sack over his head, beginning to carry him into the building. Devo laid on the ground, unsure of what was going on or how much time had passed. Well, shit, he
There's
thought.
a word.
Yeah, I'll tick it up. Maybe the friendly stranger approach wasn't the smartest move to convince a group of people that clearly do not want to be seen that I can be trusted. However, he couldn't think about it for too long, as he was suddenly dragged to his feet and brought into a different room. The sack was removed, revealing a tall man adorned in black clothing and a mask, seated upon what would most accurately be described as a finely carved wooden throne. Devo knew immediately this was him. I heard you appreciate architecture, the man's deep, calm voice and smooth voice said. It was so rich that it would have been soothing if it hadn't been for the five armed guards surrounding the room. Well, yes, Devo replied, and on almost any other day I may have stopped in here just to compliment your craftsman, but I can tell you're a man who appreciates being told the truth. I am, said the masked man, so if you're not here to compliment my men, why are you here? My partner, you see, said Devo, is a big fan of your work. Long ago, he saw you interacting with the Marshal of Iriabor, and the fear you struck into them was, well, let's just say my partner would very much enjoy the privilege of someday commanding that kind of respect to those nobles. If he wants to leave them alive, that is. Devo looked up, and he could feel the air in the room had changed. That is very unfortunate, said the masked man. You know of my involvement with the royal family. There are only a handful of people in this world, outside the nobles themselves, who know this. Suddenly, as if in an instant, 3 of the 5 guards dropped to the ground, blood pouring out of their helmets. And only 2 of them were in this room, finished the man. As you seem interesting, but unfortunately for you, I cannot allow that information to spread any further. With that, he motioned to one of the guards left standing. Devo would have sworn that he saw what looked like a ghost standing behind the guard, but before he could make sense of the situation, he had been knocked unconscious by some kind of blow to the head. The 2 guards moved in for the killing blow, but before they could, a burst of black smoke caused them to lurch back. Void jumped to his feet, his eyes burning black and staring directly at the masked man. I thought you were different, he said in a low tone, almost like a growl. But you were just trying to protect them, just like the rest. You don't want their secret getting out? I'm not gonna say that because I don't want my swear word counter. F you then! I see now that your power isn't any better than theirs. I'll take them down and then I'm coming for you. Void turned and ran for the door, knocking one of the guards aside as he ran. However, right before he reached the door, his feet began to feel strange. He looked down, realizing that he was no longer touching the ground. Something was lifting him off the ground by his robe. What the hell? He exclaimed, turning around to see who was holding him. To his surprise, he was face to face with no one. His robe was being held up by some unseen force, crumpled as if being held in a fist, but with no body, arm, or fist to be seen. Wonderful, interjected the masked man as he stood out of his seat. Honestly, this is perfect. The hatred you have, this could be it. This could be exactly what I've been looking for. What the hell are you talking about? Void demanded. Oh, I can't tell you yet. But this does change things ever so slightly. The masked man motioned to his guards. Bring it to me. Void struggled in the air, his efforts to escape futile, as he watched the guards walk over to where the masked man had been sitting moments before. He pulls out what appears to be an arrow from the head of the throne. What the hell is that? Void demanded again. This is the object that will decide, said the masked man, calmed now after his early excitement. He took the arrow and slowly walked up to Void. Void felt an invisible arm wrap around his waist, pinning his already tied hands to his back and preventing him from moving at all. This will decide just how useful you can be, said the man. Void tried to yell, but before any noise could escape his mouth, the masked man plunged the arrow straight through Void's chest. When he dropped to the ground, he could finally see the terrifying figure who had been holding him in the air. He felt no fear, but motivation. One day, he swore he would be stronger than this. The masked man knelt down next to Void, as his vision turned black. Don't come looking for me again. My men will be in touch. Devo awoke the next morning in the forest. Directly in front of him was a large pile of ash where the building he entered the day before had been. He looked around. No note. Well then, honestly, pretty impressed I'm alive. I guess Void must have sent someone to help. Or maybe he knew someone in there who talked that guy out of killing me, he thought to himself. Devo always wondered how Void was able to keep tabs on him, considering they'd never met or talked or received any form of communication other than a letter. He'd been told that Void was always watching. He seems to have contacts everywhere, considering how he always knows what I've been doing, even though I don't tell him. That's probably what it was. Anyway, looks like I have a few days off. Devo set back to town, feeling surprisingly light on his feet, and ready for something to drink. The end.
Wow.
Wait, are you Void or Devo right now?
Right now I'm Devo, but however, Devo has become aware of the fact that Void is his alternate personality. We figured that out.
I was like, that's a little macabre to be saying over a dead body of the comrade we just killed. I mean, you could have told us that like weeks, months, years ago.
He wasn't a comrade until the arrow thing happened.
The arrow thing, yeah.
And to be fair, I still don't know if he even knew I don't know if he was expecting the arrow. I don't know how this organization worked. I certainly wasn't when they used it on me.
Well, we did our classic solving things by murder.
You've told me we can still ask him questions by talking to his head.
Like 5.
Every 10 days.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch out your
Would be your
spells then, huh?
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. It's nighttime.
It is nighttime.
It really was amazing how we just like, it was noon and then it was nighttime almost immediately. Like, maybe...
It did not because it took us a long time to decode anything.
No.
Not at all. No, of
no,
course
no,
not.
no,
No.
That's
So.
fake news.
So yeah,
Fake news.
you now know all about Devo /
Yeah, you know my backstory. I would have sworn I read that story
you
before.
didn't.
You have not
You
at
did
all.
not.
I've been waiting for you to bring it out. I didn't know when you were going to.
Well, there it is.
Hey,
Now we
we
have
are
it.
so much closer to Devo / Void now.
Nick,
Yeah.
you're up.
Nick?
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well,
So,
we went over
Devo-
my story. I had a
I
whole
know.
side quest.
Devo was the original. Void is the split personality that was created so that he could shield himself from the world.
And hey, are you gonna go back and try and be a paladin? Come on, you can
He
pick a
hates
paladin.
that. He
I was
hates
gonna
them.
say absolutely
No, he hates
not
royals,
with
right?
them.
He hates that city.
Yeah,
The city, but you could be your own paladin. Either way.
we'll see.
So what's the plan?
Well, I need to find out where that arrow came from.
Iriabor?
Well, it was there at some point.
Which way did it go out the window?
So
you never looked.
I will tell you because you've done the research. You also remember, and I pulled this kind of from the anime too.
Yeah.
That arrow and the actual stand arrow are different arrows.
Okay.
So
right.
his arrow is just a minor version of the actual stand
Sure.
arrow.
Okay.
So
it looks slightly different.
It looks slightly different
Okay,
than
that
the one you're
would-
used to, but you do know that it's similar in
Okay, I'll tell them like that was not
mean-
the exact arrow that stabbed me, but it was close enough.
I can try putting the head back on.
And
See if
cast
that
mending.
Mending!
Mending! It's just go around, just... It's okay. It'll get there.
Slowly.
It takes a minute to cast.
Just as long as it takes to cut the head off, it takes to reattach.
Oh my
Pretty
gosh.
much.
And it's like a messy job. It's like a crappy welding job. It's like all bumpy and everything around his neck.
It's like slightly misaligned, so he's always looking
Yeah, it's like
slightly
always
to the
looking
left.
like
It's
slightly
a
left, like
huge
an ankle.
scar. It's like actually tilted a little bit
Yeah.
too.
Gosh. So, okay.
Maybe not.
But yeah, so you guys now have this information. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I want to chase this down.
Lindor, do you want to try and find your money? There's a loan shark, and then the guy made the guy disappear. Maybe we need to find that guy, and we'll also find a lot of money.
Well, we can try, but I'm gonna guess if Krimrick was saying that he made the loan shark disappear, that we're gonna have a real hard time finding where the money went.
I'm assuming the guy who got the loan shark to disappear took the money. I mean, that's the sensible thing.
It's possible.
Or we could check under his bed.
We could.
Look for the loan shark's house.
I mean, I'll look around, see if there's anything interesting in the room.
You don't see anything crazy interesting in the room. It looks like just like police reports kind of things. He was the marshal, so I think kind of like the sheriff a little bit.
Like, notes of, like, goblins rising up
Yeah,
and, like, wild beasts
small,
in the area.
Yeah,
and,
small nights reports from patrolling areas, crime reports in the city, things like that. So, but you don't see anything super interesting in here.
Okay.
So,
I check under his desk.
his desk. Under his desk is dusty.
Well, that sounds about right. He needs to clean in here.
He does. He has the "Do Not Disturb" sign on the front of his door so that no one comes in.
Check under the rug. Wait, how good's the rug? Is it a nice rug?
Yeah, it's decent.
It's dirty too. It's like
Yeah,
not
I mean,
clean.
you had to clean it.
Dirty
It might be
boots
worth
in
like 30 gold if you cleaned it and sold it.
Yeah.
It's not super nice.
Check underneath it, make sure, and then I'm good.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That's my two go-tos.
It doesn't look like he had anything. It looked like he was like packing and you do see like a little fireplace in here. It looks like there's a bunch of ash burnt. So you assume he probably burnt all the stuff before he was going to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is your guys' plan forward?
You go to Iriabor.
Iriabor.
No, never got there. We just have to find the
You are in Iriabor right now.
Okay. Go to Iriabor.
So you have two cities. Iriabor is way up north. Iriabor is way down southeast.
Got it.
Are we talking like across the Sword Coast north?
Yes. So I'll show you a picture real quick.
All right.
So, Iriabor is... Oh, I need to close that out real quick.
Yeah, way down south.
Iriabor, let me go red.
Southeast.
Iriabor is here.
Yep.
And Mirabor is not there. Come on, go back. Go back. It's way up here.
Alrighty then.
Mirabor. I spelled it wrong, but that's okay. Somewhere near there. So you have a ways to travel to get there.
I don't suppose there's a teleportation circle from Iriabor we can purchase in Iriabor or Waterdeep.
You might be able
Maybe
to...
even Neverwinter. Neverwinter.
So you haven't been to Neverwinter, so...
No, but they also might have a circle we can purchase.
Yeah.
But then we have to pay taxes.
You have to pay taxes. You are correct. You probably can find one, yes. I'm just going to say you can for the sake of ease.
To direct or...
To direct.
Can we get direct or do we have to take a layover?
I'm going to say they're going to charge you like 200 gold for the copy of it so that they can keep their books up.
Joe Pond, we did get the windfall, but do you need us to pitch in for that or you got it?
I think I'd be good.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, do we want a long rest? It is night and whatnot.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's long.
I've been looking for this guy for years. One more night isn't gonna
Make a difference.
Yeah.
Plus, I need to
Void would say the opposite. Void would say, "Let's go right now," but Devo's like,
Who knew
I'm
that
tired.
you and Lindor's backstories would overlap like this?
Yeah, that is
How
really
convenient.
interesting.
That's crazy.
It's almost like
Small world.
It's almost like I absolutely hate nobles, and Lindor is related to nobles.
Wow.
Never could have seen that coming.
Couldn't have seen that coming.
Okay.
It's almost like fate. You guys just ran into each other and you connected in this way.
The fates weave a crazy strand.
They do. So, okay.
The fate's
long
name
rest.
is
So
Jonathan.
you guys settle down for a long rest. Yes, you can get one in.
All right, let me change up my spells. And your
Okay.
max HP modifier will go away.
It will go away. Which should happen after you hit the...
Long rest, yeah, but
So I'll say you guys get a long rest in, and then you begin your travel to Iriabor.
yes.
Iriabor, I guess is technically how you pronounce it. I think I spelled it wrong everywhere else. I don't know where I got that from. But anyway. And we'll probably call it here for this week. So
Okay.
that next
All right.
week we will have everybody hopefully come back and we can go with the full team.
Oh, that's fun. That's exciting. I've been waiting for my backstory to pop up since level 1, baby.
I
I'm fine with it taking this long.
The
I
problem
don't
is
care.
all the stand characters are like
They're so
broken.
strong. Yeah.
So I had to wait until you guys were all pretty high level to make it worthwhile.
They're so strong. As we saw when we ran that one shot,
Yeah.
even at level 15, they're like doling out damage and abilities that a level... We had a level 20 Lich. So one of the main villain in my one shot for JoJo's, I did a JoJo's one shot. The main villain had the ability to go to other dimensions. That was his stance thing. So for fun, I brought in some characters from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure TV show and from our previous D&D campaign as fight enemies that we fight.
NPC fights, yeah.
And I was a little bit nervous about how it would turn out because one of them was a level 20 Lich. Like as strong as it comes. I mean, this guy should have been absolutely ridiculous.
boss by himself. Yeah.
And he went up against the party and got
Me.
bodied.
He went up
in
against me.
one round.
He went up against me and got bodied.
Yeah,
in
he
one
went up
round.
against one of our level 15 stand users and just got bodied. And he had to run, and I was like adjusting numbers because I'm like, nope, that was too easy. He's like a level 25 actually. He's beyond max level.
Oh, you did 250 HP in one round? Oh, he's got 2,500.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. Oh, geez.
And then I'm like, all right. He cast the spell at you, and one of the people like, all right, use my stand ability to not be here anymore. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, actually.
You can do that.
Well,
send my
good
stand
thing he has a legendary action and layer actions now.
I know.
Oh yeah, my stand, which is like a million tiny little people throw rocks at him and just
Yeah, that was the worst one. Yeah,
One
Jake-
HP each.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Jake's stand was like, I summoned 350 of my stand. Every single one of them throws a rock that deals 1 damage, and I'm like, that is an ability you have, isn't it? And you can summon them anywhere within 150 feet of you?
They're all on the ceiling.
I see. They're on the ceiling directly above him. Wow.
That's how it is. We've been watching back through Smallville, and that we always laugh because every time they try to bring in a character to like actually fight him, they have to like bring him to their level.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, he can literally like stop time basically and like run at very high speeds. Anyway, especially in the show itself, and he just never does it because that would make him way too strong. Like every single fight would end in like that. He just like punched that guy and like atomized him immediately.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no,
Yeah.
crisis averted.
That's why.
That's the thing with his fights. He's not trying to like beat the guy. He's trying to like do the minimum amount of damage to knock him out
Yeah.
without killing him.
That's the thing about both Superman and the Flash, because energy equals mass times the speed of light
Yeah,
squared.
so Flash is
So
infinite
Flash,
mass punch.
yeah, Flash can punch within the mass of a black hole. So any mortal being, all he has to do is touch them, and they cease to exist.
I know.
Yeah.
Way too OP, but that's why they're
Although
so cool.
they also had in comics, there was a comic that Doc Ock took over Spider-Man's body,
Oh, yeah.
and he went up to go fight a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he goes in with a full size punch, and he just obliterates this guy's jaw.
Yeah.
And then he realizes in
finds
an
out.
instant that Spider-Man is always holding back.
Always pulling his punches.
It's hilarious.
It's honestly, because I think that's part of Ultimate Run.
I think
That
so,
Ultimate
yeah.
Run. That's honestly a pretty solid run. I think by the end of it, like him being Doc Ock is really upsetting, but like especially the beginning of that whole run is so good. Like they have a lot of really cool themes like that.
In the Hulk versus Wolverine comic, they're like you start with Wolverine like waking up and it's like describing
What it's
not-
like
to get hit by the Hulk, and it's like you don't feel pain at first. And like, what was it? Nobody can tell you what it feels like to be hit by the Hulk because nobody survives being hit by the Hulk
Yeah.
Except for Wolverine.
except for Wolverine.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, we will call it here. We will see you guys next week.
Thanks for joining.
For,
See you guys later.
Some more information on Cody's
Appreciate you.
not backstory, but
Next
front
time,
story.
our fight
Forward
won't just
story.
be like taking down a marshal and cutting off a corpse's head. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
probably
actually do something.
Whoops, all
So-
murder.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you hit 5.
I what?
You hit
You
5
have 5
curses.
bucks.
Oh, all right.
And you hit 4. And I was sitting here waiting for you to say because I was reading through. I was like, here we go.
I cut out the
It's
second.
about
You did
to
cut the
go
second.
down.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anyway, see you guys next
we'll
week.
see you guys
Bye-bye.
next week. Hang on, I gotta go to the other.
I'm trying to
button.
remember what some of the other stand powers from my one shot were. One of them was Killer Queen.